Before the rise of empires, before swords forged nations, there were wolves who ruled the endless steppes. This is not just a story of a kingdom, but of a spirit born in the vast, unforgiving heart of Central Asia. It's a tale whispered on the wind, carried from the Altai Mountains to the shores of the Caspian Sea. It begins, as all great legends do, with fire, blood, and a miracle. Imagine a time when the world was younger, when the land itself was a living entity, and the destinies of men were written in the stars. This is the story of the Geks, the Sky Turks, and their eternal pact with the wolf. Our journey starts in the ashes of a fallen tribe. After a devastating battle, only a single child survived, left for dead on the blood-soaked earth. It was here, in the shadow of defeat, that destiny intervened. A she-wolf, with eyes like shimmering ice, and a spirit as ancient as the mountains, found the boy. She did not see prey, she saw continuation. She raised him as her own, nurturing him with her milk and teaching him the ways of the wild. He learned the resilience of the wolf, its cunning, its loyalty to the pack. He was the first, the ancestor, the one from whom a new people would spring. From the blood of 10,000 fallen, a single child survived. He was raised by the she-wolf, and his descendants would bear her spirit forever. As the boy grew into a man, he knew his purpose. Our blood is iron, he would say, our breath, fire. The wolf's spirit now flowed in human veins, ready to claim its destiny. Years turned into generations. The descendants of the wolf child grew into powerful tribes, scattered across the steppes, but united by a shared ancestry and an unbreakable will. Yet, they were not a nation. They were vassals, forced to serve the roaring cognate, forging iron for their masters in the shadows of the Altai Mountains. But the spirit of the wolf cannot be caged. A leader emerged, a man whose ambition burned as hot as the forges his people toiled in. His name was Buman. He saw not scattered tribes, but the embers of a future empire. He knew that to be free, they must unite. Under Buman, the tribes came together, their individual fires merging into a great inferno. He led them to break the symbolic iron mountain of their servitude, shattering the chains of the roaring. The Gokturk banner, a proud blue flag emblazoned with the golden head of a wolf, rose for the first time, casting a long shadow over the steppes. Buman voice echoed through the mountains. We forge our destiny as we forge iron, with fire and unity. The Gokturk cognate was born. With their newfound freedom and unity, the sons of the sky were unstoppable. They were a storm on horseback, their cavalry sweeping across the plains with the speed and ferocity of a wolf pack on the hunt. From the Altai Mountains in the east to the Caspian Sea in the west, their dominion grew. They were masters of the Silk Road. Their influence felt from the Byzantine Empire to Tang China. Their belief was simple and powerful, Tengri above, Turks below. They saw themselves as the chosen people of the sky god, Tengri, destined to rule the earthly realm. The world trembled before the sons of the sky. Their warriors would charge into battle with a cry that shook the heavens. Tengri Bisminen, Tengri is with us. Their blue banners, bearing the wolf's head, were a symbol of divine right and martial power, a promise of victory under the vast, watchful eye of the eternal blue sky. This was their golden age, an era of conquest and glory. But empires, like all mortal things, carry the seeds of their own destruction. The vast Gokturk cognate, forged in unity, began to fracture from within. Pride grew like storm clouds, obscuring the bonds of brotherhood that had once been their greatest strength. The singular empire split into eastern and western cognates. Brothers turned their swords on brothers, vying for power and prestige. The once mighty wolf pack began to tear itself apart. External pressures from neighboring empires, particularly Tang China, exploited these internal divisions, playing one faction against another. The unity that Buin-Kaken had forged with fire was extinguished by the cold poison of ambition. The great war machine ground to a halt. The blue banner, once a symbol of unity and divine favor, became a tattered rag on a battlefield of kinsmen. As the last Kaken watched his empire crumble, he whispered a final truth. Even when our empire fades, our spirit will never die. The wolf banner fell into dust. Centuries passed. The Gokturk cognate faded into the pages of history, its great cities returning to the earth, its mighty armies becoming the stuff of legend. Dynasties rose and fell. New empires carved their own borders across the steppes. Yet, something of the Sky Turks endured. The spirit of the wolf, the essence of their identity, was never truly extinguished. It lived on in the language, the culture, the folklore, and the very soul of the Turkic peoples who followed. From Anatolia to Siberia, the echo of the wolf's howl can still be heard. The legacy is not in the ruins of an empire, but in the enduring resilience of a people. For the sons of the sky never truly vanish. They are reborn with every dawn, carrying the memory of the steppes and the strength of the she-wolf in their hearts. The spirit of the Geks lives on. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic journey through history and myth. The story of the Geks is a powerful reminder that while empires may fall, a people's spirit can endure forever. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more incredible stories from the past, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.